How's praying those gospel canticles going during Advent? Anyone? Okay, all right, we got a couple. How many people remember that I even said that? I'm not going to ask. Rose gets perpetual chuckles. And that's because there are different varieties of rose. I think we do a pretty good job here. They're not too bad. We have a priest group chat among some of the ordained around my class, and one of the guys asked, have you guys found any rose vestments that aren't garish? I would say you do see some that are a little more fluorescent than others when it comes to rose. But rose shows up 2 times in the year. One today, and once during Lent. And in this time, in the midst of one of the darkest times of the year, it's a reminder of the good news. In our Gospels, we're continuing our focus on John the Baptist. But this 3rd Sunday of Advent, there's a shift. Things start moving away from the second coming of Christ, as we've heard in the last couple of weeks, both in the Gospels but also in the readings beforehand, to the first coming. In some ways, this rose is a reminder that Jesus has already got it. It's a color of hope, and therefore a color of joy. What is hope? Sometimes you might hear people say it's about things getting better tomorrow. Yeah. When I look at the long trajectory of history, I think, we have lights, that's good. But there are definite ups and downs in the life of the world. Hopefully, what we learn, we can then pass on to those after us of a basic natural understanding of tradition, so that Thomas Edison can give us LED bulbs. But Christian hope isn't just about things getting better. St. Maximilian Kolbe had hope. Blessed Chiara Luce had hope. The apostles, all martyred except the one that was exiled, had hope. And so Christian hope isn't even necessarily about tomorrow in a sense. Hope is a confident expectation that what Jesus does for me today, which is an aspect of the virtue of faith, Jesus will continue to do for me now and in the next moment and into eternity. This is why, brothers and sisters, we can say that heaven begins on earth. Because the same God that we see at every Mass and receive in the Holy Sacrament, especially of the Eucharist, is the same God we will see in heaven. This is why heaven begins on earth, because God has visited his people. In a sense, it's not about us. Bishop Barron, when he was our rector, had a threefold path for spirituality. And the first one was, it's not about you. The next was, know you're a sinner. And the third point was, find the center. God has done something. For you Latin nerds or English nerds out there, let's parse the sentence, God has visited his people. Who's not the actor?
We.
His people. Who does something for us? God. Hope is not just that things will be better, but that God will never abandon me, even at the cross, even in a dirty stable in Bethlehem. God presents himself, body and blood, soul and divinity. Now everything shifts its focus in Advent, not to the second coming, but 2 weeks all about the coming of a little child, the basis of our hope, our only